Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you another episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode 7, Nashville Hold On. Nashville Hold On. All right. If you are new here, welcome. Welcome. We do TV and movie reviews here. All right. And if you are returning, welcome back. Yes, Lord. All right now. Give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe and comment to my channel, and we will begin. All right now. I'm sorry. I apologize to Angela. Okay, Angela Oakley. Okay, so what had happened? Okay, what? I thought on episode 2, where she, Drew and Shamia was in the little gym part, and her and Shamia was going back and forth, and she said that I am close to 6, and I thought she said she was close to 60, and that you can't bulldoze her. But when I listened to it, and I listened to it about 5 times, I think she was saying, she said that I'm close to 6 feet and you can't bulldoze me. So I apologize, because I was saying she's close to 60 because that's what she said. She was close to 60. Then an article came out, some blog came out or whatever, saying that people are saying that she is close to 60 or she is 60. And then she said that she was 43. She was not 60. And I said maybe, because I thought she said she was close to 60. That's why, she had all these fans on and all that other stuff, because she was, perimenopause, so, and, because, what's his name? What, Charles is 60. Yeah, I think he's 60, early 60s, late 50s. I really do think he's early 60s though. So I thought, she was close to 62, but she says she's 43. I don't believe she's 43. I do believe she's either in her late 40s or early 50s. She may be the same age as me. But I don't believe she is in her early 40s, because if she was in her early 40s, she would be the same age as all of the rest of the ladies. Because, what's her name? Porsha's in her early 40s. Shamia's in her early 40s. Drew is in her late 30s. I think Britt is in her late 30s, early 40s. Okay. Kelly is in her late 30s, early 40s. So she's, the only person that she's not close to age with is Cynthia, but she a friend of. So if she is 43, which I do not believe, okay, I do not believe, then she is old as everybody else. So everybody shouldn't be age shaming her, okay. But I do apologize, because I really thought you said you was close to 60, but I think she said you were close to 6 feet. But I don't believe you 43. I do believe you was in your late 40s or early 50s. Early 50s. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go on with this episode, okay? So, Britt is window shopping these new cars, okay? All right. Because please tell me. Please comment and tell me, what does Mike do? Okay? Cause we ain't seen Mike go to work. We ain't seen Mike do nothing. Okay. And she didn't never say what Mike do. Cause Shamia said what her husband do. Okay. Shamia said what her husband do. Okay. And that's the reason why they got that fly house. What? And Kelly said what her ex-husband does. Okay. Okay. What does Mike do? Okay. Inquiring minds want to know. And if anybody knows, please comment and tell me what Mike does. Okay. But I don't think they buying no cars. I think that Atlanta cars just wanted to get on Real Housewives of Atlanta to promote their business, okay? Because they ain't buying none of these cars. They ain't buying none of these cars. But she sit in this white Ferrari with blue interior. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. They ain't buying that car. Even the salesman said this is out your price range. Okay, don't act. But then she gonna put her leg up, and Mike said, he said, put your leg down. You doing too much. How many times has Mike said you doing too much? Okay. I think at least 3-4 times that he said you doing too much. So, Sweet Pea, you doing too much. You doing too much. Okay. Check the clock here. Baby, you doing too much. So, Angela invites Drew over. Okay. Drew is carrying a Judith. Who is this? Judith Lieber Cosmo bag. Cosmo clutch. I think we're going to see that in that Sex and the City reboot too. Okay. Because Cosmo didn't become popular until Sex and the City. Sarah Jessica Parker would drink Cosmos. But she got a Cosmo clutch that's worth $5,795. Okay. It's still made in China. It's still made in China. Okay. But this is the Cosmo clutch. Okay. So Angela said that she spoke to Marcus. I guess Marcus is probably Michael Jordan's brother. I don't know. And she said that y'all not related. Okay. So. And Drew said, well, my mom said he probably a cousin, She said, I'm manifesting it. And Angela was like, who makes up people they related to? She said, didn't we do that in grade school? Grade school is a old people term, okay? Okay. That's why people think you 60. Grade school is an old people term, okay? It's elementary school, okay? But grade school is an old people term. That's why people think you 60. I'm just saying. Okay? And so then Angela was like, that peace brunch has sour lemonade and uncooked grits. Or undercooked grits. I was just like, okay, all right. Okay. Tell us how you really feel, Angela. So, across town, Kelly invites the girls except for Drew and Angela, because Drew and Angela sitting over here on the other side of town. She invites everybody to her townhouse. Okay, Cynthia arrives first, and Kelly asked Cynthia, has she been dating? And I think she's dating some guy in Amsterdam or something. And so she but Cynthia was like, guys my age is looking for younger girls, and young guys are looking for TT. the truth. They looking for older women. They looking for older women. They looking for TT. I got you, Cynthia. Um, but then they asked her in the confessionals what kind of guy you looking for, and she gave a long list. But hey, if you that picky, go for it. I'm not. Don't compromise your standards. Okay, don't compromise your standards. Nope. So Porsha and Shamia come over, and apparently Kelly dog was stolen. Okay, it was hard. It was hard on her. It was hard on her. So that's why she got it back, but that's why she dyed her dog. Okay, with cruelty-free dye. Okay, so nobody will steal her again. Okay, okay. So they sit down. Porsha asked about the peace brunch, and Kelly said, "Well, Drew and Angela, because they're not there. Okay, we're Team Twirl. Okay, and I don't think they were Team Twirl. I think that she was questioning about her license. That's it. I don't think they were Team Twirl. Okay, but anyway, she said she thought they were Team Twirl, and I also thought that Angela and Britt was friends. I mean, wasn't they walking in the park with the dog, and she was talking about Kenya and stuff like that. Wasn't they friends? And then Kelly said that Britt, was in defense mode because they were Team Twirl. I don't think they were Team Twirl unless they edited this shit out. Cause it didn't seem like they were Team Twirl. It seemed like she questioned her about her license and she went the hell off on her. I don't think, but unless they edited that shit out, it didn't look like that to me. So then they go back to Britt, who window shopping cars, and she window shopping a Rolls Royce. I don't know why everybody in Atlanta got to get a Rolls Royce, but I guess that's what it seems. And so Mike asked her about Angela, and so Britt was like, I'm under investigation now. You're not suspended or having your license taken away. You just under investigation now. Okay, but you ain't say that at the brunch. Okay, you said that to Mike, but she said, but I don't understand why she came after me. She said, I heard her husband had a baby on her, and she said, so you need to be worried about your man. That's the truth, though. You need to be worried about your man. She said, rumors don't fall out the sky, sweetie. Fall out the sky, sweetie. Yeah, no, rumors don't fall out the sky. So it is what it is. That what Britt said. I agree with her. Okay, I agree with her. You need to concentrate on your man and not concentrate on my license. But it is what it is. This is a reality show. She got to concentrate on your license anyway. So they go back to Drew and Angela. Nope. Yeah, Drew and Angela. And Angela said, I thought Britt came in peace, and I thought she would have been a little more vulnerable. And Drew was like, or a little more humble. Okay, but Drew said, well, she sent me a message, and Drew read the message in Britt's voice. She said, I thought we got off she said, I thought we got off on the wrong foot the other day. Would you consider meeting me for a drink? And she read it in that voice. She ain't hold her nose, but she read it in that voice. So Angela asked about Ralph getting out the house, and she said, well, this is my weekend, so I have to leave the house. Oh my motherfucking God, Drew. What the hell did you have on in this confessional? Okay. What the hell? You had on a raggedy jean dress where you look like a streetwalker because somebody else said that Britt looked like a streetwalker in her jean dress. I didn't say that. I saw that on the blog that she looked like a streetwalker, and I laughed because it was she did look like a streetwalker. But you look like a streetwalker in this jean dress. What is going on with these damn jean dresses and these confessionals? Oh my God. No, Drew. No. Boo. Boo. Okay. No. Boo to that confessional look. So, Drew said, Drew said that Dennis talked to Ralph. And she talked to Porsha before all this took place. Now, everybody mad about Dennis and Drew doing music together. Ralph is mad and Porsha is mad. I believe this is made up for this show. I don't believe any of this shit. I don't believe. I believe that Drew talked to Porsha. I believe that Ralph talked to Dennis, and I believe they were okay. And then all of a sudden, this show come on and nobody okay. I believe that this shit is made up. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. This is so stupid. 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 Stupid.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay. Stupid. Okay. It's stupid. It is stupid. Okay. I believe this is made up for this camera, for this storyline. I do believe this because this is stupid. Anyway, they go back to Drew, back to Kelly's house. Cynthia asked Porsha, "Are you and Drew are you and Drew good?" And so Porsha was like, you using a lot of beautiful adjectives to to say about our friendship or whatever. She said, "I just know who." What she say? When you really know who they are, then you don't let them get too close. I don't believe none of this shit. Okay. So Cynthia said in the confessional said that she say she don't care about Drew, but she cares a lot. We know. This is made up. This is fucking made up. This is all made up. So anyway, the Porsha invites the girls to Nashville for her birthday. She don't invite Drew, but Angela does. Okay, because the producers made Angela invite Drew because that and Porsha wants her to invite Drew so we can get some chaos. Okay, so we can get some chaos. Okay, but it's stupid. It's actually stupid. Okay. Kelly teaching Chloe how to drive. Shamia in the studio. And Angela gets Botox in her nose. I'm sorry. Angela gets Botox in her nose. And her son said, "You look like Yoshi." You look like Yoshi. I said, damn it. You look like Yoshi. Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. You look like Yoshi. Okay. Oh, okay. So, so Cynthia is talking to Porsha. Is that Portia's house? Is that Portia's house? Somebody, please tell me if that's Portia's house, okay? Because it was just like in the front, and you could see Cynthia had her bag and her coat on the couch, and Porsha looked like she was in loungewear. Is that Portia's house? I thought she couldn't film in her house. Can she film right there in the front room? No, I don't know. Portia's house look good, but is that Portia's house? Okay, somebody tell me. I don't know, but anyway. So anyway, they talking about Porsha and Simon's divorce anyway. So, Cynthia asked, she said, if you would have told me 6 months ago or a year ago that y'all would be getting a divorce, she was like, I would have said no, it can't be. She said, because my favorite hashtag for you is to be his piece. and then Porsha was like, yeah, and even if I wasn't, and she has to laugh. My favorite one was Love Wins. Remember that one? Be his peace, love wins. Yeah, remember that? So Cynthia was like, be his peace, to give me some damn peace. That's it. That's it. Okay. That's it. Give me some damn peace. Okay. So Drew and Britt meet up. This was good. Okay. So Drew said, when we were at the peace brunch, you said that I'm here and Kenya is not here. And she said, and that sounded a little celebratory to say that, Kenya is not here. So I'm here. So I'm the one that's left. So you trying to celebrate the fact that she gone and I'm still here. And she was like, and I didn't like that. So Britt was like, okay. She said, but I'm an open book. Anything you want to ask, I'm answering. Okay. You said it, okay? So listen, Drew came in hot, okay? Did you sell it? Did you sell it? She said, sell what? The cat. The twat. She ain't say the cat. She said the cat. But I'm just saying the twat. The pussy. The coochie. Did you sell it? And she said, no, I did not. She sounded sad, like she wanted to sell a pussy, but she didn't. She sounded real sad. No, I did not. She sounded real sad. You can still sell a pussy. You look good. You can still shit. You don't even have to look good to sell pussy. I can't breathe. You don't even have to look good to sell a pussy, but you do look good, so you can sell a pussy if you want to. Don't be upset about it. You can sell a pussy if you want to. Whoo! Next question. Have you done porn? Another good question. So she stutters. And then she get it out of her mouth. She said, I haven't done porn, but I have done webcam for a week.
Why the fuck you lying?
Okay. Whoo. Me and my girlfriend was naked having conversation.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay. No, y'all wasn't. No, y'all was not. Okay. Y'all wasn't gonna make no money being naked on a webcam having conversations. Okay. y'all talking to each other. Not no.
Why the fuck you lying?
Okay, nah. And for a week, nah. Then she said she made good money in this week. So if you made good money in this week, you didn't continue for another week to make more money. Nah, no, Britt, no. I don't believe none of that. Okay, I don't believe none of that. Okay, no, nope. So Britt saying confessional for some women to shame me, for what I've done. Y'all probably done worse than I did. Nope, I haven't. Nope, not me. Now I've done some nasty, freaky shit, but I ain't did that. So nope, I ain't did worse than you. I'm sorry, not me. Okay, not msyelladiva. Nope. So then, Britt asked, "Did you know the recipient of the dick sucking incident?" Okay. Good question, Britt.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, good question. She put it back on Drew. Did you know the recipient of the dick sucking incident? Okay. And then the unseen footage of last week's at Shamia house, it says Drew said that I received a DM from the person who it was. That wasn't in the show. That wasn't in the show. That's unseen footage. Okay. And so Drew was like, I recognize some people on the poster board, because they keep saying it's a billboard. It is a poster board. Billboard is on the highway. Okay. It's a poster board. Okay. And so she said, I recognize some people on the poster board. And so then Britt was like, well, did you recognize the dick? So that means you sucked it. That means you sucked it. Inquiring minds want to know. Drew was like, I don't even know that was him. She said, but I like the joke. And Britt face was like, bitch, this ain't no joke. And Drew, okay, so you was joking about you being related to Michael Jordan. Now you joking about you recognizing this penis in this clip. So basically, joking means lying. Is that what it is? Please tell me. Joking means lying. So every time you say you joking, that you just basically lying. Okay? Stop lying, Drew. Stop lying.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Why? Stop lying, Drew. Stop lying. But anyway, Britt in the confessional said, where's the joke about public humiliation? I agree, Britt. I agree totally, okay? You got some good ones off this episode. But anyway, they rectified. They Drew apologizes. They move forward. Whatever. So Drew and Ralph finally go to court. Okay, about Ralph's financials, or Ralph getting out the basement, and about keeping the records sealed. And the more and more I'm listening to it, and the more Drew is like adamant she wants to keep these records sealed. I do believe there's some damning evidence against Drew in these records. I do believe that. Only because you are very adamant about keeping these records sealed. And if all of the damning evidence is against Ralph, you don't really care. You're gonna talk to your kids about all of this, and you're gonna keep it moving, okay? But I think there's some damning evidence against you, and I do believe it's probably that you and Ty relationship. You remember that she was seeing Mimi Faust ex. On Love and Hip Hop, Mimi Faust, yeah. That relationship with Ty, that I think she was a female basketball player. Something like that. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I think that's the reason why you want to keep them records sealed. Okay, I think that's the reason why, because I think that's gonna come out. Because, you denied all of that. She was just a friend and all that other stuff. But I think that's going to come out. Or maybe some other damning evidence against you. But you are too adamant on keeping these records sealed. I don't know what the hell. And what the fuck you got on this in this damn confessional the next one? I was like, what the hell? You look like a drag queen in this one. Got these big ass earrings on. Oh my God, Drew. Get a stylist. Do something. Anyway, but the producers asked in the divorce documents that what is so damning. Okay, what is so damaging in these divorce documents? And so Drew was like, well, there is more evidence against Ralph than against me, but there is some stuff against you. And that's what you don't want to come out. So they go to court. Apparently, this is Ralph's third attorney. Okay. This is Precious. Okay. And that's all. It said Precious, Ralph's attorney. Okay. So Precious said this is a money grab. I don't know what kind of money grab this is. Because does Ralph have more money than Drew? I don't know. I don't know what Ralph's financial situation is, because I guess they didn't show what Ralph's financial situation is. However, and Drew saying that Ralph is still stealing her money. So, but the attorney said this is a money grab. So obviously Ralph got some money because she was looking at his financials. I guess. I don't know. But she said this is a money grab. So we don't know what Ralph got going on. So I don't know. But she said it was a money grab. Okay. We will see. And so Ralph was like, yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay. All right. So Precious and her red pumps, okay, won the case against Drew's attorney and her bad wig. Okay. So bad wig lost. Red pumps won, okay? That's the bottom line. Red pumps won and bad wig lost, okay? It is what it is. They both black females, okay? But one had red pumps on, one had bad wig on, okay? So the divorce will be unsealed. No financial records still, and Ralph will keep this basement, okay? Ralph happy about being in keeping his basement, and Drew is crying because the record's gonna be unsealed. Ralph, in a confessional, saying that everyone made their mistake in the marriage, and unsealing the records will give an even playing field, a level playing field. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Because I don't know what could be, listen, it's gonna be a level playing field. So if he keep pressures, I think Drew may have to get another lawyer that's is a little more aggressive than Precious. But anyway, so like I said, Drew crying, calling Ralph assholes and stuff like that. It is what it is. It's okay if you lick cat. It's okay if you had your cat licked. It's okay. It's all right. Kyle did it on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's okay, girl. It's okay. All right. Anyway, they go to Nashville. Angela missed the flight, according to Kelly. She went back to get her fan. That's the reason why she missed the flight. Anyway, they got a nice house in Nashville. They got drinks at the door and food on deck. That's what I'm talking about. That food look good. They toured the house. Porsha put her leg and her big ass on her bed. Okay, thong came out. Everything. Put all the ass on the bed. Okay, all that fat transfer ass. Oh, anyway, Drew, they go past the basement. She opened the door talking about, Drew, you down there? No, Ralph down there, because Ralph in the basement. Okay, Ralph is in the basement. Shamia said, so she claimed another room, and so she was like, yeah, this is my room. She humping the bed and stuff like that. She was like, because Portia's my best friend. We'll see. We will see. Okay. So then they go upstairs and they got 4, look like full size or queen size beds in one room. And then they got some bunk beds in another room. And so Porsha passed the bunk bed and she said, Kelly, this your room. And Kelly was like, Porsha P, don't play with me today. Don't play with me. And so Porsha in the confessional said, some of y'all lonely anyway. She said, so, y'all can share a room and stuff like that. And I was just like, Porsha, you lonely too, boo. You lonely too. So you need to include yourself. Okay. You lonely too. The only people that ain't lonely is Britt and Shamia, because they married. Okay. Well, Cynthia ain't lonely either because she got a man. Okay. So you and Kelly lonely. Okay. Because Angela ain't even lonely because she got a man too. So you and Kelly lonely. Okay. Don't be acting. So then Kelly made the decision that her, Britt, and Cynthia gonna stay in that room with them big beds. Okay. So keep that in mind. Okay. Keep that in mind. Okay. So Shamia said, oh, I'll come and visit y'all. And Britt was like, you claim that bed downstairs, so lay in it, hoe. That was a good one. That was a good one, Britt. Okay. So lay in that hoe. So lay in it, hoe. Lay in it, hoe. I got you, girl. Anyway, and so they got another room downstairs for Angela. I'm quite sure because it's cool and stuff. It probably got a fan and stuff. They give that to Angela. So they sit down to eat. Kelly asked Porsha, saying, is it different for you getting divorced on your birthday? She said, yeah, because we usually travel together because his birthday is June 2nd. My birthday is June 22nd. And so we usually travel together. She said, but I want my birthday to be with my girls. And so Cynthia said, well, you can't take every girl on girls trip. You know, people act different when they out of town. And so, or Britt was like, or in a group. That's what happened with Angela. It seemed like she switched sides at the peach brunch. And so Shamir was like, you know, I don't like that. Just pick a side. Come on, y'all. Britt, stop acting like the victim, okay? She did not switch sides. She questioned you about your insurance. She questioned you about how they revoked your insurance license. That's it. That's all. Stop it. So anyway, Angela walks in and she senses that the group was talking about her anyway. So she walked in. She said her bag bust. She was late and, you know, she had a bad morning. Whatever. Angela tells the group that she invited Drew. Okay, because this shit is made up. She didn't say that, but this is what I'm saying. This shit is made up. So she invited Drew because the producer told her to invite Drew because Drew was supposed to be on this trip, but we got to get some chaos going on. That is all. That is it. This is a stupid ass storyline. So Kelly in the confessional said, she said, I don't think Jesus saw that coming. Cynthia in the confessional talking about wrong road. Wrong road. You don't want petty Porsha. So anyway, Kelly and Britt ran into Angela at Neiman's. And Britt saying she was trying to hide. She was trying to hide. She had on some granny sunglasses. That's what she said. Granny sunglasses, and her hair was all messed up. Then she said she was trying to hide. She was thinking she thought that she was trying to hide some cosmetic surgery. Now, how you get that? She could have been hiding because she looked a damn mess. How did you get from for cosmetic surgery? Okay, I don't understand how you got cosmetic surgery out of that. But anyway, Angela said that she spoke to them. They didn't even see her. She spoke to them. But how you get cosmetic surgery off of that? Okay. Now, she did get cosmetic surgery, and you could have ran into her after she got plastic surgery. But how did you get cosmetic surgery unless you know a lot about cosmetic surgery? That is a question. Okay. Anyway, Paris comes. Kelly's stylist. He has all her looks, and so Kelly gonna loan him the Britt. So he can style her too. Okay. So Cynthia had got her hat off Amazon. That was a nice Amazon hat. So the rest of them and so they met the rest of the people that Porsha invited at the spot. And so they got a party bus, and so they were dancing, twerking. Kelly setting the titties free from bondage. She got little pasties on her nipples, whatever. So they get to the spot. They ride the bull. Porsha lasts 7 seconds. Angela lasted 5 seconds. Angela said she got Oakley hips. Okay. She complained about her hips. You may be in your late 40s, early 50s. Okay. But Porsha complained about her hips too. So it could not be. It could be or could not be. Anyway, Kelly lasted for 49 seconds with all the nipple pasties all over the place. Okay. And then Shamia said she competitive, so she lasted for 51 seconds. Shamia also had a prayer cloth or whatever to cover her vagina. Okay. But when she fell off, the prayer cloth was one way, and her vagina was all out, spread eagle everywhere. Okay, so everybody saw her vagina anyway. Okay, so then they sit down at the table, and then of course Kelly asked, "Where's Drew?" Because that's what producer told her to do. Okay. And Drew is still in Atlanta at Dennis Hookah Bar, because they Drew and Dennis got offered a record deal by some record company. She said they got offered. She didn't say they signed it. They got offered. But anyway, the little bottle girls come out talking about albums on the way. Dennis calls her on FaceTime, so he is not technically there and not technically filming with her. He on FaceTime. Okay, Porsha? Okay. So they go back to Nashville, and Porsha said that Angela pressured her into letting her invite Drew. And Angela was like, "That's giving bully. I'm not a bully." And so Porsha was like, "Well, I'm not a mean girl, so I'm not going to be mean to her and stuff like that, because it is made up. That's the reason why you ain't going to be a mean girl to her, because you be a mean girl to everybody else that you really don't like." Okay, Kenya. Okay, you be a mean girl to people that you don't like, but you ain't gonna be a mean girl to her because it's made up. And she said, and I gave her 2 beds, though, them 2 bunk beds that nobody claimed, because that room was for Porsha. I mean, that room was for Drew. But so you gave her the bunk bed room, but so you knew she was coming, because you had that room set for her when you knew she wasn't coming, because Angela told you at the table when she got there. Okay, so this is all made up. Don't start none, won't be none. And so Angela was like, "Well, I feel like this is the time to put everything out on the table." And so Porsha was like, "What kind of glue you got in your motherfucking wig?" And so and Angela was like, "Well, help me understand, like I'm a 5-year-old." And she said, "I'm going to talk to you however old you are." And she said, "Yeah, I'm 5 years old." And she was like, 55. I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. And she said 55. But she said, "To be honest with you, you brought this energy." And that's the reason why the whole table was asking about Drew. And so then in Angela in the confessional saying, "Don't act bold now, because you got your friend." She was like, "I got a size 12 shoe. I can stand on my own 2 feet." Yeah, I know. So I think that you are about 6 feet, but you still may be about 62. Okay, so we don't know. Okay, but then Provi asked, "I'm lost. What happened?" And so Porsha was like, "Drew and I were working together, but that since ended." And she said, "And whatever she got going on with whoever." And then Lauren, she gets in the mix, because she had to get activated too. No, it is Dennis. She talking to Dennis, and she talking about Dennis. She was like, and she don't know if they're making more than music in the studio, allegedly. And you got to say allegedly, because they ain't doing nothing. Then Chantel said she sucked some dick, and so everybody's shocked, but she ain't say whose dick. She said she sucked some dick. Okay, so she could be sucking Ralph's dick. They ain't say she sucked Dennis dick. She said she sucked some dick. Everybody assuming it's Dennis, but so because they can't say she sucked Dennis dick because she didn't do nothing. So then Porsha in the confessional said, I don't know what Drew has done with Dennis, but fellatio is his thing. He said he's saying that, you know, she gave me some head and this is how he keeps his body count balanced. And then she laughed. That was the end of the episode. Anyway, this was a long video. Anyway, this your girl msyelladiva. Give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.